We're going to get our live stream started here. We're out here at Top Notch Turf for the Red River Showdown. We've had a great day out here. Beautiful conditions. Lacey, farm owner here, has just done an awesome job at putting on an amazing event. And we're going to just highlight the two machines we have here today. We've got the ProSlab 160 and the R300. And let's take a look at both of them. So we're going to start just talking a little bit about the ProSlab 160 here. This has really been the de facto standard automated slab machine for over a decade now. And FireFly really disrupted the industry when we introduced the ProSlab back in 2012, 2013. And we did so by just using groundbreaking technology. Our electrically driven stacker is just first class as far as, you know, reliability, performance, quality of the stacking, durability. And over the years, all of our machines that are out there have proven longevity, have proven great resale value. And that's really because of the technology that we put into them, the high quality engineering. And the exciting thing today is we are about to announce even another breakthrough in technology. Stay tuned over the next few weeks. We're going to be announcing a whole new platform for the software system on the ProSlab harvester line. And this is the single biggest release of software we've done to date, well over a year in the making, and we're very excited about it. We're going to give you just a quick glimpse of the interface. One, I'm instructed we can't really show very much, but give them a quick glimpse of what we got in the software screen, and that's all we can do for today. But definitely stay tuned. Here coming by the 1st of October, we're going to be announcing just this new software platform that's going to be game changer for the ProSlab harvester line. So let's talk a little bit more about the harvester itself. So when FireFly set out to design a harvester, we just worked on building the best components possible for the harvester. Best cutoff. We're the only electrically driven cutoff on the market. It gives a great accuracy, longevity, and smoothness. The chop off is a violent part of your machine, so operating it smoothly with electric motors gives it great life. One of the things that we've done over the years is our cutter head has been well regarded as one of the best cutter heads in the industry. In fact, when we introduced this machine, I was honestly surprised at the most compliments I got about our harvester was how good the quality of cut was. And that really revolves around our depth control system. And in reality, that was the first FireFly product line, was our depth control. But basically, it takes, it's a very rigid mechanism, very little free play, and holds the blade, the top of the blade arm shaft, very, very sturdy, which keeps that consistency of quality of cut really good. As you change your depth, the quality linkage in there minimizes the blade pitch change, so you can adjust on the fly and still maintain a good slab quality. The ProSlab 160 has electrically driven main conveyor and pickup conveyor, and what that does is provide very consistent speeds. So consistency is king when you're doing automation. So as the slab comes off the blade, you have very constant speeds, very predictable. Doesn't care if it's warm, cold, below freezing, 100 degrees. That conveyor is going to go the same speed all the time, and exactly the speed you specify. The pickup conveyor is where the action starts. FireFly is the only harvester on the market that uses an electrically driven stacker. The electrically driven stacker provides speed, precision, fuel efficiency, and durability. So because the electric motors are controlled so smoothly, we get very long life out of our machine. I was recently at one of our early machines that had over 43 million cycles on its stacker, over 18,000 hours of operation, and still the stacker mechanism is in great shape. So if it's well maintained, that smoothness of stacker is really best in the industry. Because conveyors, cutoff, and stacker are all electrically driven, this machine is very fuel efficient. So we use about 2/3 less fuel than the nearest competing machine. Because electric motors are about 90+% efficient, hydraulic motors are in 40% efficient. So with this machine, we run with a 74 horsepower JCB engine, and it's really, when you're harvesting, only using about 30 horsepower. So what that means is great fuel economy. I've had customers tell me they get over 500 pallets of harvesting done on one tank full, and that's just, again, saving you money in operational costs. So that's the Pro Slab. Exciting things coming with the Pro Slab. It's been the de facto standard in slab harvesting since we introduced it. And coming here 1st of October, we're going to have a very exciting announcement around the Pro Slab harvester. So definitely stay tuned. So let's go talk about the other machine we've got out here today, if we can catch up to it. So the R300, introduced in 2019, has changed the game when it comes to mini roll harvesting. In the same way that the Pro Slab used all electric stacking components, we did that technology and added that to the R300. Now, the R300 has quickly becoming very popular, and again, it's because the electric really gives consistency and fuel efficiency. The base platform of the R300 is similar to the Pro Slab. Same engine, same drive, but obviously different conveyors and different stacking head. Let's take a closer look. So the R300 has a fully balanced cutter head. It has a counter-rotating shaft that not just gives it full 360-degree balancing. Even though we're running at 2 miles an hour here, everything is running super smooth. Really, the R300 secret weapon, it's kind of hard to keep up with, right, Juan? The R300 secret weapon is really the roll-up system. The roll-up uses 2 flipper gates that, unlike any other harvester on the market, work in collaboration with each other. The first flipper gate is set at a very specific angle, catches that roll, that incoming slab, flips the edge up. The second gate quickly curls it. It's the only flipper gate system on the market like this. That then leads into our passive roll-up system, which is the only flexible roll-up on the market. It takes that small little start of a roll, comes off the flippers, and tightly creates the center of your roll. Doesn't matter if it's stiff sod, floppy sod like we're cutting today, we are very, very consistent in creating a good start of the roll. That roll then travels up to the active roll-up system, where this is kind of difficult to see when we're moving this fast, but the roll briefly stops rolling right here. And that allows our sensors to make very accurate measurements to the length of the tail of the roll. Of course, the key to any good, high-quality mini roll pallet is the flat placement. Where those flaps are really dictate both the visual appeal of the pallet and the stability of the pallet. And the FireFly roll-up system, with its intelligent active roll-up, is the best on the market for creating very consistent flat positions, tight centers of the roll, regardless of varying conditions. So that brings us over here now. Yeah, we'll admire the pallet that's coming out. Just very consistent flat, and placement of the pallet is also just really accurate, and that's where the electric stacker comes into play. Let's catch up. So the electrically driven stacker uses corkscrews to grab the rolls themselves. This is revolutionary technology because corkscrews have extremely good holding force of the rolls themselves, but don't disturb the core of the roll, or unlike hooks, they kind of tend to pinch the top of the roll, loosening the roll itself, leading to less stable pallets. The corkscrew keeps the core of that roll very tight, so when it's placed on the pallet, it provides greater pallet stability. The corkscrew also provides very, very good holding force. So even in conditions that are less than ideal, and I know you guys always got perfect sod, right? Well, we grew up on a sod farm. We know the sod's not always perfect, but you still got to get it on the pallet and make it presentable. The corkscrews grab even the tenderest of sod so well. And here we've been out in this all day, cut over 40 pallets. We haven't put a single piece on the ground. And that's a testament to, well, this is pretty good grass, but it is a little bit challenging conditions because it's very stretchy grass. And so stretchy grass will have a tendency to vary in where the flat position is. Again, going back to our roll-up, the exclusive smart roll-up that we have really handles the conditions as they vary without the operator needing to make adjustments. To me, this is always the telltale part of a great pallet, that those flaps are all lined up. And we could go look at all 40 pallets that are out here today, and they all look the same. Incredible. So we're going to turn around at the end of the field here, and then maybe we'll take a few minutes and just enjoy the harvesting, right? I tell my wife that whenever I'm feeling stressed, I can come out to a harvester and just watch those rolls go up on onto the conveyors. It's like Zen. It's sod Zen. Your harvester shouldn't cause you stress, right? It should be peace of mind. You're putting out the highest quality product you can, and that's what FireFly harvesters do. One of the exciting things, or I'd say amazing things about the FireFly harvesters is the electrically driven components really don't need warm-up, right? So when you first fire up that machine, you can put it right in the field without having to warm up a stacker or get the hydraulic oil warm. The electric conveyors, stacker, cutoff, they work consistently hot or cold from the first minute until you're done at the end of the day. ahead and let's watch this roll up here for just a second. So one of the cool things that we discovered when we were developing the Pro Slab is our arrangement of our accumulator to our roll up is unique in that it actually sits lower. All other machines, the accumulator sits down low. And when the roll comes off the roll-up mechanism, it actually falls down. And the other machines on the market employ various techniques to help keep the roll tight as it's falling down onto the conveyor. We do it a little differently in that our machine harvests faster than any other machine on the market as far as its ground speed through the field. Those rolls have significant velocity coming off that conveyor. So instead of letting them fall down onto an accumulator, we place our accumulator up high to use gravity to slow down the roll and help maintain that tight roll as it transfers onto the accumulator. Now, that allows us to do a couple of unique things. We don't rely on an existing roll being in place to hold the next incoming roll from coming undone. So you don't need to leave a spare roll on there to start out your day. You can just have an empty conveyor and start it. Hey Dan, would you demonstrate that we can receive a roll with no rolls on the accumulator? So let it empty out and then put a new roll on. We'll let Dan kind of demonstrate this a little bit. Okay, so he's going to just stack those 5 rolls. So now we have an empty accumulator, and we're going to show that we can put a brand new roll up there without it coming undone or becoming loose. Key differentiator of the FireFly system. Yeah, transfers beautifully. Hey Dan, can you show us how you do a scrap roll 1? So the other cool thing that allows us to do is unique things like, say that first roll position. So we're not going to actually put one on the ground. Let's pretend there's a bad roll right here. Dan can say, well, I want to get rid of that position and keep these 3. So we can pick them up, empty out the accumulator, and set those rolls back down. This is also a little bit of a testament to the high quality nature of the corkscrews picking up those rolls, because we could really pick them up, set them down multiple times, and that roll was not disturbed at all. No other stacker on the market you can do that with. There we had a bad one. So, FireFly again, it's been really awesome being out here at this event today. Again, thank Top Notcher for just putting on an outstanding event. It's really nice to be able to have farms come out and see the machine in like a real production style environment. We've just been going up and down the field harvesting just like they would on their own farms, and really gets them a time to really watch the machines. So again, we're so excited about the new technologies coming out for FireFly for both the Pro Slab line and the R300 line. Look at 1st of October, we're going to be making more announcements, so follow us on our socials, keep watching our YouTube channel, and thanks for joining us today.